When the doctor cut open my wife's shirt to examine her shoulder was covered in dense, little bean-shaped bumps.
Doctor, what is this?
Can be very dangerous. You need to leave the room now.
What?
The doctor declared it a terrible contagious disease. Then he forcibly pushed me out of the ward, but after I left, the doctor suddenly smiled. It turned out they were acting this whole scene so they could have a date. The bumps on my wife's shoulder were not a disease at all. They were coffee beans glued on with adhesive. Their plan was to get me sent away, so they could have private time together. And out there I was pacing and feeling frantic with worry. Just then, a janitor came by to clean the trash can. She found a tube of glue inside the bin. At first, I did not think much of it, but then the janitor pulled out half a bag of coffee beans from the trash. The sight of those beans felt eerily familiar to me. They looked exactly like the beans stuck to my wife's shoulder.
It doesn't make any sense.
And yet, she's in that room right now, and she doesn't look as good as she does in this photo.
When the janitor saw my wife's photo, she said this woman comes to see this doctor every week.
No, you're mistaken. She's never been sick before, and this is her first time here.
The janitor said her memory was sharp, and she would not be mistaken. Seeing how certain she was, I finally understood my wife's true nature. So I took the glue and the coffee beans out of the janitor's hand, and a plan formed in my head.
Doctor!
What did I tell you? Get out! Get out! Get out!
Look, it looks like I cut the virus from my wife.
When they saw the coffee beans in my hand, both of them froze on the spot, but they tried to act calm and play it off. Then the doctor told me to change into a hospital gown. He said he would examine me, and then he signaled my wife to step outside to discuss the cover-up. Seeing my wife worried, the doctor hurried to soothe her. He said he already had a plan. He would use treating me as an excuse to give me a powerful sedative injection. Once I was unconscious, they would remove all the coffee beans from my wife's shoulder. That way I would have no evidence to prove anything. At that moment, they thought their plan was perfect. They had no idea their scheme was about to blow up in their faces. When they came back into the room, I had already changed into the gown and was waiting in bed. Then the doctor pulled out the sedative and prepared to inject me.
Put the syringe down. I know you cheated on me with
They were still desperately pretending not to understand what I was saying, acting like they could not hear me. Just then, the janitor walked in. It turned out she had recorded their conversation outside on her phone. The doctor was fired for planning to illegally sedate me, and the woman will end up with nothing in the divorce for cheating.